This is exactly how you're going to become an academic weapon this 2026.
How did I make you mine? Stay a minute, another minute.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and if you're new here, my name is Lucero. In today's video, we're going to discuss all my ins and outs for an academic rebranding this 2026. So without anything else left to say, let's get the video started. My first in is learning how to study effectively. This past semester, I put in a lot of time and effort and work into learning different study methods, and I think it really reflected in my grades. This was the semester that I got the highest grades. I was even impressing myself. I was taking the hardest courses that I've taken so far. I was taking some classes that are known to be more challenging. Even the professors craft them to be challenging. And I was performing very well, better than I had before. And not saying that I was a bad student, but I felt even more confident going into exams. I just felt like I was doing so much better academically, and it really showed. I am so proud and so happy, and I cannot emphasize enough, learn how to study effectively. If your school has some sort of services, which probably they do, to teach you what your best learning methods are, then you should go visit them. You should really put in time and effort into testing different strategies. For me, the things that worked were the Cornell Notes methods, which I actually have a TikTok talking about that. I'm gonna link it down below. Then the Pomodoro method, it helped me a lot, especially when I just did not want to study, or when I needed to study and I needed to lock in. Amazing. I also use this app that's called, I believe, Circle Study. I'm gonna put the little logo here. It helps me a lot, lock in when I have to study. And then flashcards. Flashcards were amazing. They're so underrated. And I even use physical flashcards, not even Quizlet. I went back to the basics, and I think it helped me memorize so many things. And yeah, it just really proved the effectiveness in my grades. Now, for an out, I have procrastinating. No, we're not procrastinating this 2026. This is a year of action, and I've mentioned this in other videos. This is a year where we're gonna take all the behind the scenes work that we did during 2025 and act and do and be active. Some things that have helped me avoid procrastinating are to create sustainable routines that will help me stay focused. And I have noticed, for me at least, a lot of my procrastination is not just because I sit in my bed and do nothing and just stare at the ceiling. I'm on my phone far too long, and personally, I am tying a lot of my lack of productivity with my phone addiction. So I'm also trying to stop that. But however it works for you, whatever changes you have to make, we're not procrastinating this year. We are doing things, we're serving ourselves, we're putting in quality and effort into our work, and remembering that we're doing this for ourselves. Ultimately, this is a service to us, and we have to show ourselves enough love and respect to honor the promise that we're making ourselves, not to procrastinate. Now, for an N, giving yourself moments of rest. So I want to kind of tie it back to the other point. What I mean by acting and being productive, I also do not mean burn yourself out, because you're not a machine, and we're not meant to constantly be working, and also our worth is not tied to our productivity. I do want to genuinely internalize that, and I've been working really hard towards building into my routines that help me be focused, also moments to just rest and to exist and to process life and to decompress, all of these moments of leisure that sometimes we take for granted. Also, I do not mean doom scrolling on your phone for 3 hours. That's not resting. That's probably giving you some sort of brain fog. You're probably losing all of the whatever things, academic things that you're learning in school, you're losing them because you're making your brain dumb by just doom scrolling for hours. I mean taking mindful and active moments of rest. For me, this sometimes looks like going to a yoga class. Yoga, it's I know it's technically doing some things moving your body, but it helps me disconnect a lot from everything, and I think it's also really good to move your body. I also take moments to meditate or to pray, just quiet moments to be by myself and just think. They're so valuable, and I think we are not really taught, and it's not really pushed as a society to sometimes have moments of quiet, and that those moments of quiet are just as productive as moments when we're working and we're doing stuff, you know? So whatever it looks like and however you have to build it into your routine, learn the rest is productive too. It's very necessary, and it's what's gonna help you like be ready to act when you have to do it, because you're not a robot and you cannot be on 24/7. You have to rest. Another out for me this year is not trying in class or not even going to class. To be fair, this is not really something that I've ever done, but it's something that I've seen so often, and it makes me so mad, because in my head I'm like, you're paying thousands of dollars to be sitting in that class, to be taking that class and being taught all of those things. And most likely you picked a major that you're interested in. So like ideally you're also being taught something that you like, and you're paying thousands of dollars to being taught that. And then you're just like not showing up because you didn't want to wake up. That's so lame. I'm sorry. Like if I'm actually offending someone, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just trying to tell you the truth. You have to put in work. If you really want to see results, you have to put in the effort. And I think it's in anything in life, well, actually, I think there's some exceptions, but I do believe no matter how harsh certain life circumstances are, you can really tell when people are putting in the effort to overcome certain obstacles. So in my head, it's like if people who are really going through hardship, you can really tell when they're putting in their effort to overcome their obstacles. Why wouldn't you put in the effort to get an A in your class? Like a lot of the times in life, you just have to try, and you have to care enough to try. And for me, this new year is building good connections with your professors. That's something that I had been doing since 2025, since like last semester, or even since I started college back in 2024. I feel so old. But I think, I do not know if because I just love to talk, I like never really shut up. And I love to like hear about people. I find some of my professors to be the most like intriguing, fun, interesting, smart people ever. And I just think that, at least for me, building these connections and actually putting in the effort to create a bond with my professors has given me so many benefits. And not because I'm like going to their office hours and like pretending to be nice so they give me an A. No, I'm saying like I've learned so many things from them as people, from their career, heard from so many opportunities that they know of. I have been able to get in contact with people who can later on offer you research opportunities, internship opportunities, maybe other professionals in the field. They can also become support systems from when you're struggling, not only academically, but maybe also personally. Like they're also humans, and most of them truly, really enjoy the job that they're doing, and they truly care about their students. So they can also become that support system whenever you need them. And they can also even like write your rec letter. Like there is so many things to gain from building a relationship with a professor. I actually would dare to say like there's really nothing that you can lose from having a good connection with a professor and a faculty or staff in your school. Like building strong support networks is such an N for me. My last out for this video, and this is so personal, this is something that I'm genuinely going to work so hard on this 2026, is doubting yourself. We're not doubting ourselves this 2026. We are believing in our abilities. We are believing in the testimony that we've seen of the things that we have achieved and the hardships that we've gone through, and we're going to believe that we can do hard things and that we can face challenges and that we can be successful. I hope that was motivational for someone, because it kind of was for me. But my last point of this video is my last in, and it's making good financial decisions. When I was planning for this year and like looking at my goals, I saw that I had like goals of going to the gym and working really hard on my classes and on YouTube and all of those things. And then I realized, actually someone pointed it out, I didn't mention anything financial. And I think that that's a muscle that I also have to work on. I also have to strengthen my financial literacy. I also think that as a woman, I mean, not me necessarily, but I think there's this huge like idea of like, oh, that's girl math, blah, blah, blah. Like I want a man that solves my finances. Like that is kind of nice. I'm not gonna say that. And I do use girl math a lot of the time. But when it comes to like being realistic and my goals and my ends for this year and what I will like seriously work on, I think it's so important to be financially literate. It's very important to be educated on your finances, know how things work, and start taking good decisions now as a college student. Because number one, college is a huge financial decision. It can also be a huge financial burden for some people. So we cannot be putting ourselves in a hard position, like our future selves in a horrible position, because we're not taking the time and effort to educate ourselves now. I also think, and I was told this, that when it comes to finances, the biggest thing that you have in your favor is time. I just turned 20, and I think that if I start building good financial habits, understanding how my finances work and the finances of the world work at 20, I am giving myself such an advantage, because time is so valuable when it comes to finances and investments and like just everything that has to do with our money. So it's a great time. This is actually the prime time to learn how to be financially stable. Maybe learn how to invest. I would love to do that, and that's something that I kind of have on my like wish list for this year. A huge thing, and I even wrote it down, is to apply for scholarships. I love scholarships. I will always tell you about like scholarships, grants, blah, blah, blah. I think I would not be studying. Or maybe I would with a huge like financial like debt or something. But I have received so much help from scholarship programs. Not only financial, but also like mentorship. So I'm such a huge proponent of also scholarships. I don't really think this is necessarily like financial education, but it's definitely something that's super important for your college finances. Get that money from people. There is a lot of opportunities out there that are going to help you fund different opportunities, your studies, maybe study abroad, or maybe an internship that is not funded, or whatever it is that you need. Because we're broke right now. Like we have no money, probably no time to work, or if we work, I don't know, it's a hard financial moment for everyone when they're in college. So take advantage of these resources like scholarships, and I think that's when you start to become financially intelligent. For example, instead of relying on debt and on loans, you can look at how scholarships can help you and different financial resources out there that can ensure a good financial present and a good financial future for you while you continue studying and funding your education. So that is kind of how I want to end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is truly a lot. Like I sat down and I was thinking of the list of the things that I wanted to say, and not only like just to say it, like everyone just says it, and like these were things that I have genuinely practiced this past year and I want to carry with me into the new year. These are also things that I noticed that were very like weak spots and things that I truly wanted to seriously work on, and I like crafted this list. Sometimes my English, like my accent just slips out, I'm sorry. I crafted this list and I hope you guys like found this inspirational, helpful. I am so ready to see everything that we're able to achieve and do this new year. It's going to be a great year. It's January. We should take all this vibes and this like energy and like just focus it and do something with, you know, this like brand new year kind of energy. So I invite you to also make your own list, your personalized list of ins and outs and things that you want to work on, things that you want to leave behind. It can also be something like personal, maybe like a person, a habit, like whatever it is. We're starting fresh. We're pushing with new habits. We're leaving stuff that's not working for us anymore behind. But without anything else left to say for today, I invite you to subscribe on the little red button, join my family here on YouTube. I make a lot of videos about this, like being a college student and how I navigate certain things, how I stay organized, how I have fun, like everything about my life and me navigating my 20s is in this channel, so please subscribe. Also follow me on all of my social media. I try to stay very active, and yeah, like I share a lot more about my life and the things that I'm doing, advice, etc. on my Instagram, on my TikTok. Please leave your comments down below, and I will see you guys next week. Bye bye.